Hey, YouTube community, what's up? Let me log in, of course. It's good to see. I see a couple people's already in here. It's good to see you guys. Cody, how you doing, man? Hopefully you can hear me okay. Go ahead and throw my other headset on. Now, I'm really starting to kind of find my groove here as far as the type of people that I want to coach. I coach men and women. For some reason, my friends think that I only coach women, and that's not the case because I want to see guys um, learn some of the stuff that I have, the information that I have locked away in this little brain of mine. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. And I don't want to take any of this information to the grave with me, knowing that I would be able to give it to other people. And I really care about people having happy and healthy relationships. That's my goal in life is to be able to enrich people's lives as far as their relationship, their spirituality, different areas in their life. So today's topic is going to be. I'm trying to get in here so I can say hello to everybody. Why women test? How and why women test men? If you guys didn't already know that, men, if you guys didn't already know that women do run tests on you because they want to make sure that you are the catch and you can stay within your masculinity. They don't want you to be flailing all over the place as far as your emotions. And I can give you a few of the tests that women give. What's up, Thomas? Thomas, Heart of Ice. Paris, what's up? So, Cody, the reason I decided to do this topic, I was going through my YouTube comments, and one of the guys, if you could check this out, got this beautiful, beautiful shirt for my birthday, which is coming up tomorrow. This is going to be my last live session that I have at the age of 37. So thought this would be a cool topic to do. The reason that I decided to do it though, thumbs up if you guys are in here. Thumbs up, give me some likes, give me some love. Let me know that this is a topic that you would like for me to kind of circulate around a little bit more. I know that people want to know more about attachment styles, and I will, trust me, I have plenty more content coming as far as attachment styles. But um, I coach a bunch of different areas. I coach from the mindset that men are from Mars, women are from Venus, um, the way that men and women operate in relationships, as far as attachment styles, as far as love languages, uh, healing, the importance of healing after breakups. So the reason I decided to do it was because I saw in one of the comment section that um, somebody asked why women test, or he mentioned something about testing, and I let him know that a lot of the times women don't even know that they're testing you. Some of them may be conscious about their tests, but the other ones they don't really know that they're actually running a test on you because you have to understand women have a lot of men chasing after them, and it's really easy for that to happen on the internet. Thank goodness that the internet exists now and social media. The competition out there is very fierce, so they have a lot of guys testing chasing after them. So they really want to find the best quality spouse that they can find. The most they want it because it's all animalistic instinct. The mating process is still the same, you know, from decades and decades ago. It's still the same. They still want to find the most alpha male that they can find. So they run these little tests. You guys ready? I got my coffee. I kind of got a little tired before the session today for whatever reason. So I wanted to go ahead and get a little pick me up. Love it. Thanks, Paris. What's up, Tisha? Happy early birthday. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Is there a correlation between attachment styles and the frequency or amount of testing they do? That's a good question. That is a good question. Um, I could tell you though, it's a huge difference between whether men run tests or women run tests. Men run tests. It's usually out of insecurity, and we want to um, kind of see where we stand in a woman's life. But when women run tests, it's just because they want to make sure that you're a high value and you're quality. They want to make sure that they can trust you to go into the outside world and survive everybody else's test because they're really helping us out. All right, so the first thing that they do as far as tests, I have four of them. First thing that they do is they'll purposefully disagree with you. So if you guys are having a disagreement, or this is huge because I know a lot of politics was running rampant in people's houses lately. They will purposefully disagree with certain things and certain beliefs just to see where you stand and to see if you'll actually change your idea and change your opinion on it. Now, all these women in here, I want you guys to correct me if I'm wrong. They kind of want to see if you are masculine enough to stay and stick with what you believe in. But if you're like pleasing her and you're only saying things that she wants to hear, if you're chasing after her in a conversation and you letting her guide uh, your beliefs out of how she feels about certain things, then she won't be able to trust your masculine core. She won't be able to trust you to go into the outside world and not get swindled out of a good deal on a car or something. Say you're out and you're trying to like negotiate for a new couch, and if she can't trust for you to negotiate with somebody that's a complete stranger and somebody that's probably just trying to make a sale, um, she'll pick up on that the instant that you start to change your idea and you turn into a people pleaser with her. I don't really test that way, but I would definitely notice it in a conversation for sure. Yeah, you'll kind of feel like, all right, this guy's only saying the things that I want to hear. He is this really him? Are you really getting the authentic version of him, or is he trying to um, mold himself to what you want him to be? So women will kind of do that. They'll say, "Oh, I like this. I like this type of food," and I've had people do this to me too. I like this type of food, sushi, because I love sushi, and I like sushi. Somebody will say, "Oh, I hate sushi," and I'm like, "Well, I like sushi. I love sushi. I think it's good." And if you were to sway, your idea, like, I kind of do like sushi, but yeah, listen, this who doesn't like sushi? Yeah, that's what I wonder. Who doesn't like sushi? It's a superfood, as far as the seaweed that's in there, and I love seafood. Seafood is one of the healthiest. If you ask me, it's the healthiest form of meat you can have. Um, if you're going to have meat in your life, so it's good. I think it's a good part of your diet. The next thing, got my coffee here again, that women do in order to test you and test your masculine core is, give me 2 seconds. Women like men who can think for themselves and have their opinions for themselves and stand on it. Booyah. Thank you. Thank you. Tanisha, appreciate you. We're gonna put that up there. We're gonna show that comment. All right, hit it for you, but we're gonna show that comment. The next thing that they do is they purposefully, especially this is huge during a dating and a courtship, they will purposefully not text you back at a certain time right away. Because here's the reason that they do this. When you get to a certain age, say you get in your like 30s or whatever, mid 20s, 30s, you have got a lot of guys chasing after you. Greetings from Hong Kong. What's up, Krishna? It's good to see you. Finally, you made it to a live session. It's 8 o'clock. The Growth Project. Hey, hey. Sorry. They will purposefully not text or call you back right away. They've had a lot of guys that turn into, clingy little stalkers because they haven't called them right away. They haven't texted them within a couple hours, and they'll just start to fall apart. So the reason that they do that, they won't text or call you back right away, is because they want to make sure that you're not one of those guys. If you're somebody that's double, triple texting, getting upset, Because here's the thing: they can sense that women pick up on your needy and insecure energy. So the instant that you start getting needy and getting really insecure, you may start texting about, all right, well, you must be with another guy and getting jealous. You're just basically going to disqualify yourself, and it's not masculine because if you don't, you just need to stay in your centeredness by doing what you do, staying in your purpose, staying on top of your mission in life, and doing what you got to do as a man. You shouldn't be sitting around waiting on somebody to text you back right away and realize that they may have something going on. Women are sometimes really busy, you know, especially women I know that struggle with anxiety. They have a whole bunch of things going on inside their head. So if they don't text you back right away, you can't take that stuff serious. You just got to realize that, hey, maybe she's busy. Maybe she could be texting somebody else. And if you're just dating, if she could be on FaceTime with somebody, if you're just dating, that's none of your business. Like, it doesn't really matter. You should just be like, well, I know I'm a person of value. So no big deal. That's the second test that they run. What if you don't text back because you're not interested and you don't want them to message you? Then I would say, actually, you need to be straight up. Be very direct about that. Don't play games. Don't leave them on. Um, I think that's the most respectful thing that you can do for somebody. Because I've said it all the time. One of the most valuable gifts that you can give anybody in this world is your time. And if they're gifting you with their time and they're trying to establish some type of relationship with you, um, respect them and just tell them that, this isn't something that I see going anywhere. This isn't something that I am interested in pursuing. So tell them right away. And if you're confused and you're trying to figure things out, then give that canned response. I'm confused and I don't know what I really want to do right now. I'm not in a point right now where I can like be dating anybody. Just let them know. Hard advice. Look at that. Honesty is the best policy. Politely express your disinterest. Absolutely. Booyah. What hard advice just said. Exactly, coach. You're hitting the key points. All right. The next one is women will do this. They'll try to spark that jealousy in you. You know, they'll talk about other guys, and I know it's really disrespectful to do that if you're just going through the courtship process. But when you get into the actual relationship, um, sometimes that may come up. They may be talking about other guys. They may be talking about guys from work, coworkers. I've had a couple clients that girlfriend was doing that, um, talking about guys that they worked with, or talking about exes, messaging them and stuff. And they do that because they want to see if you'll become uncentered and what your response is going to be. And listen, a lot of the times when they do that type of stuff, from what I've learned, it's subconscious. They don't even realize they're doing it. And what they want to see is you have some type of witty response, something that's very non-threatening. They want you to still be centered. Because if you start getting jealous, start going through their cell phone, start inquiring more about that guy, then you're going to fall off your masculine center, and they're going to see you as somebody that's turning real beta-ish and like somebody that's threatened. And they don't want you to be they don't want a man that's going to get threatened easily by other guys, because it happens. So if you're like inquiring about all the people that are liking their Facebook or their Instagram posts, then they're just going to see you as somebody that's not masculine, not centered, and most likely their attraction for you will start to dwindle. It's 16, 18 people in here. Thumbs up. If you guys are just coming in here, I'll recap some of the tests that women run. They will purposefully disagree about certain topics just to see how you respond, just to see if you are going to fall apart as far as like where you stand with your beliefs. Because if you start to change your ideas and your thoughts for them to appease them, to make it look like you have more in common than you actually do, they'll pick up on that, and they'll pick up on that need to please her and be what she wants you to be. The second is they won't text or call you back right away. Some of the times they're just busy, but other times it's a test to see if you will actually. And women are good at not talking to guys for a while. Like they can go a week or two without reaching out to you just to kind of see where you stand. And it's a subconscious thing that they do to make sure that you are an independent person. You're okay with being by yourself and not having to talk to her every hour on the hour. You know, that's something that you want to let the woman do. You want to let them come to you and talk about their day. You don't want to do all the initiating, because it's just like it just shows that you don't have anything going on with your life. Some women also do that jealousy test to test the guy to see how interested he really is. Yeah, that too. They also do that, especially if it's somebody that you guys know. I talk a lot about dismissive avoidance. If it's a guy that's dismissive, women run that test, and the guy failed the test because they're probably like, "It is what it is." That's that's what attracts women more to them, though, because women like guys that are more mysterious, and they want to be able to gauge how attracted that guy is to them. If they don't know exactly how you feel about them, then it's going to make them want you even more. If they give you that test to try to make you jealous, and you don't see, it kind of goes hand in hand, and you don't really care. It's like, well, if he wants to be with you, whatever. If he keeps texting you, and you don't shut that down, then that's on you. I got a lot of questions coming in. I'm trying to keep up with. Sorry, man. I'm not ignoring you. Uh, my now ex back is then hanging out with me a lot. In one occasion, I am on my seducing to be my queen. She insisted to be friends only for like 30 minutes. I said nope, back and forth for 30 minutes. Finally, she smiled and gave in. Later, she said she wanted to make sure I was really man enough and serious. Interesting. I can't eat sushi. You guys gonna like this video or what? Like it, give me some love. I don't know if it's just not showing up or what, but anyway, it is what it is. Don't like it. Just don't thumbs me down, please. True. Hi, coach. I broke up with my DA boyfriend after I got healed as being AP, and now I am secure. Everything changed in my mindset and behavior. I cannot tolerate my DA deactivating. Also, I don't long validation or to please other people, or I don't care what other people think about me. Yeah, other people's opinion of you, it's none of your business. It's a reflection on, it's their reality. Other people's opinion of you is their reality, and their reality isn't your reality. We all live our own different reality. So, and here's the thing, people are going to think whatever they want about you, whether you please them or if you don't. If you show up not a people pleaser, or if you show up a people pleaser, they're not going to change the way that they think about you. They're going to have their idea about you already preset in their mind. And it's really hard to get them out of that mind frame. Had a movie date planned last year with my DA. And she can't, sorry, I'm trying to see. Had a movie date planned last year with my DA. She canceled. Later asked me if I went to see it by myself. Are you relying on others for happiness? Yeah, sounds about right. It could have been a test. Here's the thing, if she tests you like that, then you need to let her know. Like I told you before, my time is valuable. I don't have time to be um, playing these games. Like if you don't want to go to the movies with me, that's fine. Just let me know that up front. If it's not something that you're interested in, then I'll just simply um, spend my time elsewhere. I mean, I love you and I appreciate you for the time that we did have together, but I just can't handle you flaking on me on dates when I can be uh, putting my time and energy somewhere else. What does it mean when someone blocks you for months after the breakup? She blocked me on TikTok, which I don't even be on. Um, hmm, that's a good question. People block people for different reasons. Either they don't want to see you because it invokes a little bit too many and too invokes too many emotions, or they do it out of anger and out of rage, and it's kind of like, you know, it's unemotional. They block on the emotion because you guys need to understand that women, they operate mainly out of their emotions because they have these things called hormones and ovaries and um, something that men will never have to deal with. But that really makes them hypersensitive to certain things, breakups included. But I've been blocked on everything else since the breakup. How long you guys been broken up? Or she could simply, I don't want to put this in your head, okay? She could simply be doing something on those social media apps that she doesn't want you to see. Maybe it might be something that will make you jealous or make or hurt your feelings. And I'm sure she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. So that could possibly be the second reason why. All right. Um, what I got here? Um, the last test that women do is they'll purposefully push your buttons. They'll push your buttons on certain topics that they really don't care too much about. They'll poke the bear to kind of see if you'll get angry or if you'll get, you'll let your temper flare up. Because let's remember, like I always say, women have to feel safe with you physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually in order for them to feel like you are the man, you are the man for them. And it puts them in their feminine. Because when they're able to feel safe with you in all those areas, physically included, because how many of you guys know women that will go up against a man knowing that they can't physically out outwill them, push them, do certain things, which is toxic behavior, by the way, and push their buttons to see if they can make them angry. The guy that sits there and take it, there's ways to respond to that. The guy that sits there and takes that abuse, that physical abuse, is going to be looked at as a beta male and somebody that she can easily walk over. But the guy that says, you know what, I won't handle this type of behavior. I won't handle you ever putting your hands on me, so I'm gone. That's the response that should happen. But the guys who feel as if they can't find anybody better, anybody with uh, a healthier mindset and a healthier way of operating than that, they'll kind of stick around and see if things get better. And usually it never gets better. It just only gets worse because you teach people how to treat you. And if you set the tone early about how they can disrespect you, put their hands on you, and push your buttons on purpose just to see if you'll give them a response, um, then you're setting yourself up for a long journey of trauma. And most likely it's narcissistic. You're probably dealing with somebody that's narcissistic and somebody that saw that type of behavior as a kid and have experienced some type of emotional and physical abuse in the past. Hi, coach. I made no, whoop, whoop, slow down, slow down. No contact on my breakup. Dumper, I just tolerate his deactivating strategy for a long time. But after 2 weeks of breakup messages telling me my stuff and how I get, I'm sorry, I can't follow this one here. I apologize, but I replied after 3 weeks because I want to heal. Is seeing this the thing though, to have a mate that's jealous? What that mean? Confused. Help me out here. Help me out here, people. I'm trying to read this. There comes a point where the testing has to stop though, right? No, women are going to test you for life. If it's your wife, she's going to constantly test you. She'll do things like try to buy furniture when you guys don't even need new furniture. She'll try to buy a little certain buy certain things to see if she can get away with it. To see if, especially if you guys are like going through some type of financial hardship, she'll do stuff to make sure that you are still masculine and you can still stay within your center. It's going to happen for life. I wish that wasn't the case, but biologically, they always are going to be giving you tests to make sure that you are uh, still the man that they fell in love with, because they fall in love with with your alpha energy. She buys version. I'm buying 4 PlayStation 5s. Yeah, two wrongs don't make it. That's great. Two wrongs don't make it right. That's just toxic. That's just that tit for tat is not healthy at all in relationships. If you guys can sit down and financially figure it out and say this is something that we can afford, it's in a budget, then yes, but expect for them to throw temper tantrums and get upset if certain things, if certain purchases can't happen. Because that's another thing about women. You guys are in here, so you can thumbs me up and tell me no, I'm full of it if you like. But I feel like um, women make a lot of emotional purchases, which is why you'll go to their closet and you may see, 4 shirts that's the same color, and 3 of those shirts don't have a tag pulled off of them. And you're thinking like, wow, and then you inquire about it and say, you bought all these? What's going on with this? And they'll tell you like, yeah, that was an emotional buy. Like I was really feeling a certain color that day. I know it was an impulse buy. Paris, don't do that. Paris, you're low maintenance though. Men test us too, but I'll stay on topic because we are talking about women. Okay, Tisha, how do men test? Excessive testing does provoke toxicity. Wouldn't you agree? True. And that's what I'm saying. Like there are degrees of tests that you never want to have to deal with once you get past the courtship phase. But when you're in a marriage, like there will be tests that they'll continue to do. There'll be tests that they'll continue. Um, I don't do emotional shopping. Good for you. There'll be tests that they'll continue to pass on you to see if you're still that man. You're still centered and you're still not able to be swayed into doing something that you're uncomfortable doing. All right, so 4 of them purposefully disagree. They won't text or call you back within the a healthy amount of time. But what is healthy though? They won't text you back right away or call you back right away. Anything that's different from what they normally do, they'll kind of switch it up to see if you'll like still be centered and not get upset. Talk about other guys may purposefully make you try to make you jealous to kind of see where you stand and see if you're willing to. Um, Now this is all unhealthy behavior. Okay, that's not. Don't for 1 second don't think that this is actually healthy things to do, because a lot of it is unhealthy and it's not something that men should have to continuously go through. But it kind of is what it is. And then how do I know this? Because working with a lot of people, studying a lot of this. I don't do emotional shopping. We were together for 3 years, been broken up for 5 months, and no contact for 2. I honestly don't want to get back with her. I just want to be her friend and catch up. You think I would ever speak to her? Wow, that's a long time. Um, why not? Why not reach out and say hi? How you doing? Hope everything's okay with you. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving. If you truly want to be friends with her and just friends alone, I say don't let the fear of rejection stop you from reaching out to her. But if it's something more and you actually have something up, see deep down in your subconscious, if you want more, then you're gonna have to really change your approach to the way you go about it. Because she put you in friend zone, and if you're in friend zone, you most likely won't get out of it unless you make a power move to spark their romantic interest again. Man, test us to see if we're going to say no to certain things that they ask. Testing us to pretty much see if we have a brain of our own and not to be a yes woman. True, that's true, but yeah, I have to agree with that. Men do. Men do run tests themselves, but not as many as women. Yeah, of course, of course. I'm divorced, actually. 16-year relationship, 9-year marriage. Of course. Um, Before that, that's how I became an anxious and preoccupied, not because of the marriage, but I had a lot of relationships that failed that I was basically rejected and abandoned. So that really made me cling on to other people in the future. Like it all started back in middle school, if I'm being honest. Like way, way back in middle school. That's when everything really started to get real, really real as far as my relationship journey. And I know you shouldn't be dating and getting your heart broken in middle school, but I'm a Scorpio and I'm an anxious attacher. So that is a horrible combination. And I was raised by 5 women. So yeah, all of that. Could a rebound be a weird way of testing you in a subconscious way? Ooh, that's a good one. A rebound could be a way of testing you. I have had a guy that I worked with um, overseas. She got into a relationship with another guy, but she continued to want to be friends with him. And long story short, I worked with him for about 3 months to the T, 3 months, and he reached out to me and said that because I told him when to reach out to her, reinitiate contact, and she told him that she basically didn't really have feelings for that guy. He was basically somebody that was just right now and helped keep her mind off of him, but she didn't really love him. And the whole time she was wanting for him to like pursue her more because he was somebody that was a dismissive avoidant. And when he reached out to me, he was kind of confused. Like I was like, yeah, it looks like you let things get a little too relaxed and you didn't continue to court her the way that you did before. So they started back talking and he sent me an email and he was like, yeah, she wants to like get on a call with you and like laugh about it because I told her who you were and how you helped me through this. So yeah, I guess that was kind of a test too, because she didn't really like the guy. She didn't really have any interest for the guy, but she persisted with that guy, and she wanted for him to change and show up differently, and that's what I taught him. I taught him to be a little bit more mindful about and intentional with the things that you do, as far as making her feel special and not dismissing her. And this is a guy that was high ranked. Um, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to conflict of interest or confidentiality. All right, I'm gonna head out. So you got those four. I hope those were helpful for you. I'm gonna answer a little bit more, a couple more of these questions. Did you ever walk away because of her engaging in completely unacceptable methods of testing? No, but I did recognize them and I did fail them all. Yeah, I became real, yes, dear, no, dear, lapdoggy real quick. And that was totally not a masculine thing to do. Weird. My ex girl is a DA and left living with me to live with another and is dating him 2 months later when that guy had a girlfriend and a daughter. Seems really fast. It is. That's escapism. But here's the thing. Even if no matter their personality type or their attachment style, um, women check out of relationships well before the men even know it. There are women that are in marriages for 30 years and didn't stop loving that person 10 years ago. They check out way before you guys even realize it. So it's important for you to always communicate with them, see where they're at as far as their interest level in you and their attraction for you, because there are some real signs that you can actually spot when a woman starts to lose attraction and when she's actually like my old. I had a counselor I went to. She would say, are your bags packed at the door? When they start to pack their bags at the door, they'll stop arguing with you. They'll stop uh, nagging you. They'll stop running these tests on you. And it happened to me, and I was like, oh yeah, finally. Now she finally realized that certain things aren't really worth arguing about. But that was her checking out the door. That was her. with her bags at the door. So if you ask me, the test could be a good thing because when they stop testing you, that means they don't care about if you become the best version of yourself, and they don't care about you becoming uh, the most alpha that you can become. That means she's done. Finish it up here. They line up replacements out of fear of being alone. Unhealthy women line up replacements, not unhealthy women. Healthy women with healthy mindsets, they'll leave the relationship, they'll take the time to heal and take the time to do what they have to do in order to get themselves back centered, to find themselves again, start hanging out with friends and family. Unhealthy women line up replacements and move on. They jump from relationship to relationship. Definitely not healthy. Yeah, anxious. It sucks, man. It's really hard to deactivate yourself sometimes. Sometimes I have flare-ups. You're gonna always have flare-ups, so you got to be mindful about those. What are your triggers? What are the things that's going to make you become this unhealthy version of yourself? Really pay attention to that. Important nuance. I stand corrected. Yeah, it is an important. My DA boyfriend was a Scorpio. Did 30 days no contact in September, then called and wanted to reconcile. I'm AP and we reconcile. He said he wants to start over and take it slow. What exactly is slow? Because slow can mean 5 years. 5 years with no commitment. You don't want to do that either. If you guys are just coming in here, I appreciate you for joining. Likes, like it up. I'm going to go ahead and end this. Go back, watch the replay. 4 things that I talked about, 4 ways that women test you, and why I feel testing is a healthy thing in relationships, because when women stop testing you and stop caring about you being the best version of yourself, they got their bags packed and they're headed out the door. But got my meditation laws here. Love you guys. Tomorrow's my birthday, about to be 38. This was a great last session for me to go out on. 37 has been a magical year. I don't care. COVID, some people felt like COVID was a horrible experience. For me, it was a real transitional year, and it was a year for growth for me. You know, a lot of things good happened for me in 2020. My vision's clear, despite the 4 eyes. All right. Hey, do DA give silent treatment? Yes, they do. They give silent treatment because um, it's usually kind of past. It's a form of stonewalling, because when they don't want to talk about certain topics, they'll just put the wall up, and usually they sweep it under the rug. It's unless they're trying to work on their communication issues, they won't try to revisit the conversation. They'll completely just let the thing. They'll just keep walking by it. Like Kevin Hart said, "Wait a minute! Like we're not just gonna run past it like it didn't just happen. Like you didn't just say what you said." So I'm out. I love y'all, man. For real.